some more particular statements that's coming in from the Supreme Court at this given point, that Constitution does not consider liberty in isolation, and that the court is required to take balanced exercise to balance the security and liberty in such cases. And also the role of the Parliament has also been spoken about here, that the threshold determined by the Parliament is different. Court cannot ignore the prosecution material merely because incarceration is prolonged, because the timing for which that these people have been kept in jail is also being looked at by the Supreme Court at this given point of time. So this is the Supreme Court's big observation on the Delhi riots conspiracy, where the Supreme Court has also said that just violence, mere violence, is not an act of terrorism, and that disruption of essential services also considered as terror. And in fact, for that matter, the Supreme Court has also said that court cannot be ignoring prosecution material at this point of time. So that is what we are understanding as to what the case is. We cannot dwell on prolonged jail time. That is the Supreme Court's particular takeaway at this given point. Again, there's no observational verdict that's come out from them so far, operational verdict that's come out from them so far. These are again observations that are being made into this very case as the hearing continues. Now let me go back to Nalini. Nalini, let's take a look at what the legal precedence is. That the rule at large is the fact that bail is rule, jail is exception. But in this case, how are we looking at this particular rule? Because of course, initially when the court began the hearing, it was looking at the prolonged period of jail time that is particularly being spoken of here. Viewers, we have some breaking news. Before we go to that question with Nalini, the top court denies bail to Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam. This is what we are understanding. Different bail regime in the security of nation. This is what's been cited by the Supreme Court at this given point. Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam have been denied bail by the Supreme Court. This is what has so far come out in the case. But again, remember, 7 of them are accused that are currently under this bail plea hearing. So out of them, 2 have been denied bail. As the court mentioned just a little while ago, we will not be considering all of them on an equal footing. Each of their role needs to be determined in isolation. That is what the Supreme Court had said. So while 2 of these have been denied bail, let's see what happens to the other 5 who are also behind bars at this given point of time. Nalini, quick insight into this particular breaking news that's coming in. 2 of them denied bail, Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam.
Shreya, massive setback both for Umar Khalid as well as Sharjil Imam, because the Supreme Court clearly said that Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam both stand on a qualitatively different footing as compared to the other accused, which means that what role they individually played in orchestrating the Delhi riots is something that has been considered by the court. Another big observation that has been made by the court is that prima facie the prosecution has been able to show that the offences of which Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam are accused of are prima facie correct, and on that basis it has to be considered whether or not long incarceration is something that is against the act when it comes to cases related to national security. So the Supreme Court clearly said that long incarceration is not against the act. It is a stringent law, and when the case of national security, the evidence has to be considered in such a way. All the 7 accused cannot be considered on the equal footing, which is why the Supreme Court's gone ahead and denied bail to both Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam. The court has clearly said that 1 year from now, once the examination of the witnesses is completed, they can approach for bail again. But considering that there are some protected witnesses who've still not been examined by the court in the pre-trial stage, it is not okay to give them bail at this particular time, since it might adversely impact the trial that is going on in the case. They've said that within 1 year from now, they can apply for a bail again, and their case should be considered at that time.
Nalini, as you speak, and if I'm correct me if I'm wrong here, but what we are learning from Srishti Oja at this given point is that Khalid and Sharjil have been given bail, but they have not been granted bail. But the rest of them, the Supreme Court has said that in case of the other accused, continued incarceration not shown necessary, which means a bail has been granted to the 5 other accused at this given point. That's the breaking news, viewers, that we're getting. As far as Omar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam are considered, they can be applying for bail again in 1 year's time. That's what's been said by the Supreme Court, which was again being brought to us by Nalini. Nalini, yes, as we were, it's on expected lines, as we were discussing at this given point, that while this, and this is after the court had already mentioned that each of them will be looked at in isolation. Liberty has to be looked at in isolation for each of them, because the case, the quality of the case, the particular charges against each of them are under very different circumstances. So here we see 2 of them not being granted bail, but the 5 others, other than Omar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, they have been granted bail. Quick insight from you, Nalini, then I'll move on to Shreya.
Yeah, Shreya, just to get you quickly, who are the accused that have been granted granted bail in this case? Gulfisha Fatima, who was said that she was said to be managing the entire Selampur Jafrabad protest sites. Miran Haider, who was part of the Jamia committee and had set up multiple sites, including Shaheen Bagh for the protests. Shifaur Rahman, who was the president of AAJMI, who allegedly funded almost about 9 lakhs to manage the protest sites. Mohammad Salim Khan, another organizer of this entire protest that had happened at that time, and Shadab Ahmad. So these are the 5 accused that have been granted bail by the Supreme Court after a long incarceration in this entire matter. The Supreme Court has said that their incarceration is not necessary, but at the same time, all the 7 accused cannot be considered on the same footing. The role that was played by Omar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam in this entire case was qualitatively on a different footing as compared to the other accused, which leads us to believe that the Supreme Court might be referring to the Delhi High Court judgment that had spoken in length about the kind of mastermind that Omar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam were ahead of the riots, even though, like we pointed out even earlier in the bulletin, Omar Khalid was not present in Delhi at the time when the riots had broken out, and even Sharjeel Imam had already been arrested in January of 2020, despite the fact that they were not present on the ground. The role that they played in planning this entire violence that had occurred in Delhi at the time of even Donald Trump's visit at that particular time is something that needs to be considered. The seriousness of these offences need to be considered, and most importantly, the fact that the prosecution has prima facie been able to prove their charges against Omar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, which is why bail has been denied to them. It's obviously a massive setback that is coming in not only for Omar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, but also their families. Of late, we'd even seen a lot of US lawmakers who'd written to the Indian government urging for a fair trial to happen in the Umar Khalid case. But now the judgment is coming from the top court, where they've said that the seriousness of the offences is something that needs to be looked at. Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam both stand at different footing. The seriousness of the offences need to be considered. Until the time the protected witnesses are not examined by the court, they cannot be let out on bail unless some adverse impact happens on the trial. So within 1 year from now, they will have the option to come back and apply for bail again, where it has to be considered afresh by the Supreme Court. But for now, it remains to be seen how soon we can expect for the other 5 accused who have been granted bail by the Supreme Court in this case to be released, and also how this will impact the entire Delhi riots trial that is ongoing before the Karkatuma court. Shreya.
Right, Nalini.